Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Cards and the Lions coming up next.
This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Arizona Cardinals and the Detroit Lions. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
Lance now on first down. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Carter. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Carter. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Running left, it's Barkley. There's the stiff arm. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there. On the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Here's Lance to throw it. Man open, that's D.O.L Samuel. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a give to Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Oh, now Miller slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Lance looking to throw it. He finds his man. Complete. That's Walsh. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. A first down carry for Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He finds his man. Complete. It's Walsh. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Well, they were in the red zone, and they needed a first down. Was it a surprise to you that they went to the tight end?
Not at all. I thought, though, the defense might put a little more pressure on him, but still able to complete it. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. 40 yards on the ground for him so far. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. We're scoreless after 1. Lance now on 3rd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And his kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for him.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Flush to his right, and he'll just get rid of it. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Carter. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 67 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The drive there only spanning. result, a Detroit touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
And might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Brings up second down. They'll try the right side here. Barkley, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Lance. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play there for Arizona. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Barkley. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Play action, now it's Lance. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
His kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because...
He's got him in! Complete! Touchdown, Detroit! A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. Barkley a first down and more. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line. And Lance's throw is on target to Duvernay. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 37. Lance going to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. The bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. On 2nd and 10, Lance. And this is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Carter off the play fake. Wide open receiver complete. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. A big play there just before halftime. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Carter being chased out left. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Carter. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great play there as time expires in the first half. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point splits the uprights, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC.
Well, that came a little abruptly here.
still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Taking in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. From the gun, Carter. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
Carter now to throw on second down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 28. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there. And it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Back to throw again. And that will be incomplete as well.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5 now. Lance toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing now is Lance. Open man is Duvernay.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now Lance. That's taken in by Duvernay.
On first down, Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right of the yard. Now at Ford Field. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and a yard, Lance. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Cardinals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Here's Lance.
Touchdown, Cardinals! Saquon Barkley, a 2-yard touchdown grab, and the Cardinals get a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Lance now to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Walsh. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are. In terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
He finds his man, complete. That's Walsh. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. He finds his man, complete. That's Walsh. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And they'll go for it. Lance. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Devin Duvernay. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Looking to throw. Carter. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. All eyes on the Cardinals now. Down on the scoreboard. 53 ticks to go. It's certainly a tough situation on the road, needing 2 scores to stay alive in the playoffs as they come up 1st and 10. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Lance. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
Under pressure, they got him again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
The Lions stay alive as we say thanks for watching and